And now, 7 Sports anchor Jemai Webster is here with me. Jemai, welcome. You always seem to find the great stories out there, man. Tonight is no different. We're talking about a guy named Michael Sales.
Yeah, that's right. And he's had a rough go of things. Imagine there were levels to hitting rock bottom.
Yeah.
And Mike, he hit that mark in 2013. Then his life continued to plummet. An aviation accident left the former pilot paralyzed from the waist down. But the weight he's had to lift to bounce back has provided him with a new lease on life.
Shortly after sunrise on a pleasant April day in 2013, Colorado's Michael Sales woke up hoping to follow his aviation dreams.
I remember all of a sudden looking at the blue sky, and I thought, this is bad.
But this day, his life would turn into a nightmare.
The wings started tipping over and stalled, and I knew right then that this is the beginning of the end.
The plane Sales was working on failed. He plunged 50 feet after his wings stalled. The crash left bones in his lower back shattered and nearly a severed left leg. For a man who loved to fly, Mike was now grounded.
I liken it to a complete death. Not only was I paralyzed, this is embarrassing to share with you guys, but that does include limited to no bowel, bladder, and sexual function. So the psychological ramifications on a man to have to deal with those things alone, and then the loss of a job, the loss of my wife, the loss of my home, having to depend on people for things, it really was devastating.
He literally lost everything except his life. But even that, he says, was almost not worth holding on to.
I pretty much came to the end of myself, and I had a real honest conversation with God, and I realized that suicide for me was not an option. In my heart of hearts, the decision was a definite no, and I wiped that off the table. And I made a commitment with myself that day that I'm going to swing the pendulum to the extreme other end of the spectrum, because this isn't working for me.
So during his recovery, he wanted to rebuild his body back.
It's, I think, by far one of the best physical things I could have done for myself besides rehab.
41-year-olds now turned his bodybuilding into competition. Rep after rep after rep. Building muscle at the Westminster Rec Center, usually 6 times a week, and sometimes even twice a day.
Mike has been at this for 2.5 years since the accident. He can bench press up to 300 pounds. That's more than most guys with full function of all their limbs, including myself.
After about 20 people stop lifting weights, and they're like, what is going on over there?
That's more than me. I'll tell you that right now.
I get some stares, but not out of intimidation.
In the gym, it's consistency over intensity. Back in August, Sales took top spot in the wheelchair division of the Warrior Classic bodybuilding competition, and says it's only the beginning.
Won every competition you ever entered. I'm sure you'd like to continue that streak.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, Jemai. Unbelievable.
Unreal stuff. And, you know, Mike continues to be an inspiration. He's a TEDx speaker sharing his story with anybody who listened. Obviously, we did. He's gearing up for the Wheelchair Nationals in March, where he hopes to earn his IFBB Pro card and earn full status on the Pro Tour. And hopefully he gets there. He inspired me to start hitting the weights a little bit too.
Yeah, it hasn't kicked in yet, but good luck. All right, great story. Well done, and thanks for the motivation, Mike, for sure.